publicarts.org with links to share. At that point, the Public Arts Commission was not yet listed under boards and commissions on the website due to a member being out of office, which would be updated. Elle and Erin were to review the contract on a separate Zoom call for the call for entry service agreement. Naomi was going to create a logo for the Public Arts Commission. Dr. Kelly spoke and brought up concerns for memorial boards to be in the high school due to difficulty for children. She suggested the possibility of creating an artist in residence program at the high school as a bridge between the school and the community. For the Beechmont Fire Station project updates, there would need to be electrical and plumbing updates. The next steps would be to hire a structural engineer to check the buildings up to code and an architect for conceptual design plans. We mentioned that the fire station is very promising for artist studios with the large open loft space, could be used as a classroom, a kitchen, possibly for hosting events, and a large gallery space. The fire station proposal would need to include solutions for generating revenue to sustain the property, possibly to include artist studio rents. The members should put together bullet points for ideas pertaining to the artist studio building and generating revenue. The Public Arts Commission will not have a presence at this year's Sandcastle Festival due to limited preparation time and members being out of town, but we plan to get involved and plan ahead to have a presence at next year's festival. Next meetings would be August 17th and 24th, and the meeting concluded at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Erin. So ordered? So approved? Okay, thank you. The third item on our agenda is the update on call for artists, POP, and Butler Circle. Rob is absent, so we're going to have Elle update this.
Hi, Joanne. Thank you. I just wanted to, I did check in with the purchasing department, and we have not received any proposals at this time.
Okay.
And I know that Erin had posted it on a couple of different websites, so I'm not sure. We didn't have any response from those postings. I don't know if they would have been sent to anybody else inadvertently, despite the instructions on the call to artists, but I have not received anything, and the purchasing department hasn't received anything either. So we can go into the update for the platform that Erin has proposed. I did request the requisition has been put in to start the membership for that. I have completed the application and submitted that as well. So as soon as the check will be available to pay for the membership, we can start using that platform. I'm going to let Erin give some updates in regards to the pricing of that platform and how that works. But I did go ahead with it for the first initial check for $475.
Okay, Erin?
Okay, yes. So for the pricing, I had originally thought that the cost to join was $475, but it's actually $175, and then it's going to be $300 per call that we submit. So the way that it works is if we do want to cover the cost and we want to charge artists to apply, we can do that. And what happens is on a monthly basis, Call for Entry will send us a check. So they'll, write a check and send it to us in the mail for however many applications get submitted. And that happens on a monthly basis. So what I mentioned to Elle when we spoke earlier this week is that, you know, to be sure that we cover the cost to post these applications, we want to try to give at least a few months for artists to submit so that we generate enough submissions to cover the cost of $300, you know, for each call that we post, if that makes sense.
Okay. Thank you. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sure. No. And then just one thing in regards to the, you know, not having received any submissions yet for our RFPs. Most likely, if artists are going to submit designs, they're probably going to do it the last week that, you know, the deadline is, because they're probably working on proposals, hopefully. But, you know, that's obviously not guaranteed because it is a tight deadline. But I think if we do get any submissions based off of, you know, people that we've shared the RFP with so far, it's most likely going to be in the final week and even in the final few days, you know, just to give time.
I'm sorry, I had to take a call. That was Zach, who's going to speak, and he can't get on. I sent him the new web ID number, and he still can't get on. So he's having problems. I just wanted to say that's because I answered the phone. Okay, thank you, Erin. We missed number 4, an update on the website. Elle? Elle Baker?
Yeah, so an update on the website is that we have posted all the member. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, we have posted onto the Revere website the Public Art Commission and all the names of the members. We're looking for content for the website. I think that when we last spoke at the last meeting, that Naomi may be able to work on a logo for us. So that could be a great addition to create a presence for the team. And also any other content that you may have that you may want to add to that, I think would be a great addition.
So one of the things I saw, Elle, was Jason Barletta was still on there.
That should have been removed by now.
Okay.
Because that was initially given from the list of teams was he was on the original list of names. So they were working off of a different list than I had provided.
So I really think that we should definitely grab some more members that are interested in joining the PAC group. And
so we have one spot available. There's one spot left for the commission. Okay,
so can I just ask why is this just a certain number?
Mm-hmm. Because when the commission was established, there's a certain number of people on the commission.
Okay. And do you know
much like the city council, there's like a certain number of people that are on it.
Brian, you're on mute, Brian.
Sorry, I didn't want to make background noise. I've spoken to the mayor. He's willing to enlarge in that. There's several people I've spoken to that would like to submit for us to look at and put into that. I think we need to grow the council a little bit in diversity and in size so we get a much better feedback into what's going on and what we're doing.
Okay, what do you think, Elle? Would that be a topic for the mayor or no?
Absolutely. If the mayor wants that, I would support it. But I would say that, you know, it's great to have additional input and support. We can always have people join us and share ideas. If we do have a very large group, well, I mean, sometimes it's easier to get more done with a smaller group, but we can also, if we start a larger group, we can form subcommittees, which would be able to work on different aspects, which would be able to maybe move other things forward.
I think that's a wonderful opportunity to explore.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, for example, when we did this, we had to break up into groups. And we had some people working on the mission statement, and then Rob and I were working on the RFPs. So by creating those two different subgroups, we were able to move those two agendas forward at the same time. So I think that if we were to grow the group, I would advocate for, you know, creating a few subcommittees within the group in different variety of areas of interest, so that we would be able to move things forward simultaneously.
I really believe we need to grow the commission itself and have diversity across the board to represent what the city is, especially after everything that's occurred with just the census alone. It tells us that we need to go in that direction.
Okay, thank you. So we can talk about that. You know, we can talk about that the next meeting and see, we can reach out to the mayor and see what he thinks, and we can go from there. Definitely. I mean, I'm not opposed to, you know, making the group a little bit larger, not crazy.
Two more members, Joanne, is going to give us a better edge in what's going on. I agree with you.
I mean, that's fine with me. I'm totally in agreement with that. And diversity, I think, is good. So, because we are a diverse city. So, okay, let's step up to the next item. The update on surrounding art events for Northern Strand Underpass. L.
Hi. So I have talked to Ricky Serino and Councilor Serino, and he's definitely on board with supporting that as well. I have sent a memo to the mayor's office asking also for support for funding for that opportunity. I anticipate that it will be on the agenda for the council on the 23rd.
Okay.
For funding.
All right, great.
So seeing as we're in August, I think it's probably, and we haven't had a lot of feedback or response on the other RFPs. Although I love the idea and I would love to get it in this year, I question whether or not that will be feasible. And I put the question to the commission to say, should we plan for a spring event so that we can really plan for an event? So I put the question out to the committee for your response and feedback.
As I had mentioned originally, we need time to be able to cultivate what we're trying to do with artists outside of the community, rather than focusing inside of our community and opening it up to all. So yes, people love to get it done quick, but we need to get a quality piece that we put up as our first piece from the Arts Commission in Revere to the city of Revere. We need to make it look right and be right.
I get it.
I agree, which is why I posed the question to the commission to see if it's possible that we would, you know, still go ahead with this initiative, but we would plan it as a spring event. So we have some time to, you know, gather the appropriate artists for the event, and that we can actually plan the event logically, and we can promote the event so that we have a number of people in the community that will be able to attend.
We need to social media the living daylights out of it, and that takes time to do. To get penetration into that world, we need months, not weeks, to do it.
And that goes with my next item on the agenda. I was approached by Parks and Recreation. They're having an event, a street chalk event at the Rumney Marsh School, Sunday, August 22nd. And I was asked if we wanted to put a table to present ourselves. And you know what? We have nothing to present ourselves except for a website. So I think we really need to start thinking about a brochure, you know, some hard copies of something that we can give out to the public that shows, you know, what we're about, a mission statement, whatever it is. But I had to decline because I said, well, we don't have anything to give out. We don't have a brochure. So I think we need, as a commission, we really need to start designing some hard copies of brochures and whatever we do. It could be, Erin, you could do, show some work that you've done. Naomi, you could show work that you've done. Kirsten, you can show work that you've done, and we can gather some information so we can put it on the table and pictures and whatever it is. So I know this is only the 7th meeting that we had, but we should start to think about, pamphlets, brochures, pictures, whatever it is.
Counselor,
yes.
I think this is a great opportunity for what we had done before, which was to form a few subcommittees. And perhaps somebody wants to work on a brochure or some material for a brochure, or just sort of an outline of what we could use at a tabling event. And then we could discuss it again for next week.
Okay. Do you want to, does anybody want to volunteer for a subcommittee?
I will volunteer for the social media side of it.
Okay.
Reading information and giving away is all right, but social media will give us a much larger penetration, faster and quicker across our community and communities outside of ours. We can take and just say hi, so that 6 of us could show up at this next meeting that comes and just use our phones and say, hi, this is us, this is our story, this is what we're doing. Come visit us on the site, join us and be part of what we're doing. That gets a lot quicker interaction to grow what you're trying to do than going to a place and doing point of meeting type of information where you hand out a piece of paper. They put it into their phone, they're going to see it bleep up, and they're going to start to take and communicate with us. We need to do this. We need to have a presence of who we are, what our community is, and what we're trying to do. As I've always stated from day one, we need to be interactive with the community of Revere to be successful in doing this. All I have to say.
Okay.
Brian, I agree with you, but I think that right now we need to create what that material is that we're going to share.
We can do that.
So I think that's sort of the next step for the next meeting is what message are we sending? What are we sharing? We could put together a compilation of many of the folks that are on the committee and some of the artwork that they've done, Councilor McKenna, Erin, and the rest of the team, Naomi as well, yourself. So maybe the first step is let's just show some of that work, and then also so we can also talk about the murals that we have posted as a call to artists, things like that. So I don't know, just an idea. I'm just throwing things out there for a reaction. See if anyone has any other thoughts on how we can come up with some material where we don't have any projects completed just yet, but we're just getting things underway.
Right.
Just sharing a little bit about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kirsten, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Please go ahead.
I was going to say, I think we're kind of going macro, micro a lot. So I'm trying to I'm looking into other communities that have more established art initiatives in their communities and what they do. I feel like that the mural projects are awesome, but they're very much in certain neighborhoods and pockets in Revere, and they're just so large that I would love for us to, and this is maybe a think tank thing that this week we can think about and come back next week to discuss it. What would be something that someone could maybe have on their lawn, or something that they could purchase to put up someplace to give as a gift, that would be a part of our organization that would then be spreading the arts around? I'm just trying to think that's not a brochure, but is a tangible item that someone who might see it. I know Beverly has these beautiful fish that different artists in the community decorate, and then people can bid on them. There's an auction, they put them on display, and then they change where they are in the community. So I'm looking at smaller scale things that maybe a mural is awesome. I love a mural, but it's just so large scale and it's in permanent space. So what is something that we could take to an event like the sidewalk event, Joanne, that is movable, that's not just a brochure, that someone could potentially buy or bid, or something that could share the arts? And I don't have the answer for that. I don't think it's my position to say what we need to do. But I think as a
Yes,
team,
it is. Yes, it is. It is, Kirsten. That's why you're on the board. Say what you believe.
I think
it's a great idea. I do.
Come up with something like if you think of the beach, like sand dollars or seashells or something like that. But then so there's just something around thinking more micro and what's a tangible item that someone at the sidewalk bazaar or sidewalk event that isn't gonna buy a normal piece of painting or something I don't know. I don't know what that is yet. And I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm just trying to think of things that would be able to go to an event like the sand castles next year, like the fall festival that's going to happen this year. Like, I think we need to think about like the events that are happening 3 months from now, not what's happening next week. So
that's not a hard nut to crack, Kristen. How many people are in the city now? 61,000? That means there is at least 61,000 windows in the city of Revere that can show something. So we figure it out, use some money that's been granted to us through the city, and we put an art piece out, make a call for the local people to do it, and they put it in their window for a while, and then they keep it as a piece of art for themselves. And we allow people to be the next one to do that. And we go through that, and it develops community rapport with the Public Arts Commission, and people realize it's not a drive-by look at some piece of art. It's a piece of art that I can put in my window in Revere and then hang on my window, hang in my wall later on. And we can do this if we take and focus on Revere rather than artists everywhere. Because artists everywhere have not responded to our call to them.
No, it's very disappointing.
So we need to turn back to our city.
To say it shouldn't be disappointing because we haven't actually posted it where artists actually submit. And we need to post with at least 2 months, not just 3 weeks. People, it takes time, you know. We can.
So this.
It's. Don't worry, it's not disappointing. This is the way it is. It's the normal. Yeah.
I sent this out to 400 plus artists in SOA and in VAFPAC, and I got a response back that they're confused on what we're presenting as a community. It seems to be that they want it to be local and maybe people of color. So we need to look at what we're doing to make sure we invite everybody into that and that everyone gets included into the process.
Okay. I would like to go back to Kirsten's idea. I just think that your idea is genius. I think it's great. You're right. It's better than a brochure. I was just, taken back with, we have nothing to present at anything. So we need to, and this is a great idea. You're really thinking out of the box. So I'm going to make you the chairperson of the subcommittee, and I want you can pick whoever you want, maybe two or three of you can get together. I'm going to make you the chairperson of the subcommittee, and maybe we can talk about this next week. A couple of ideas that we can, as a group, get together and create. So, is that all right with you? I know you've got a lot on your plate, and you're starting school pretty soon, right?
I start school next week. I'm almost in my 3rd trimester of my pregnancy, and I will try to do my best to help you with that. But I will tag someone else in when I can't. So I will brainstorm this week.
You know what? Ask the kids. Ask the kids.
Okay.
I bet they'll have great ideas.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I had an idea for a community like art thing that maybe everybody could do together, and it could, I don't know, promote our commission and community. How have you ever been to I forgot which station it is in Boston, but there's a subway station, and they have tiles with pictures drawn by kids from a local school there, and they're just kind of there permanently. So I think if we're thinking about all the different kinds of communities in Revere, I think all of them are very diverse with a bunch of different kind of people. I think a really good way to build community and pride, and not just Revere, but who we are as people, very diverse, is to maybe do a project with the schools where everybody could draw themselves on a tile, and then we put all the tiles together and we can see all the different kinds of people. in like communities and everything. I don't know. It could be like a thing that we set up at like an event or something. Like, hey, take a tile and draw yourself, make it into a thing or something. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Ideas are always beneficial, so that's a great idea. You know, that could be somewhere down the line. So, and Kristen, I'm going to go back to you again. If you want me to help you, I will. So, whatever you need. But Naomi,
I think I'll just like ask everyone to maybe think on that for the next week on what we could present at a sidewalk event where we set up a table and what and how and when would someone want to take something and what would that tangible thing be? That's not a piece of paper. That could be potentially a piece of art. So just maybe think on it a little bit.
Okay.
I love the idea, Kirsten. I think it's a great way to get people involved and to think of something, you know, like an object or something that is a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
We could even potentially think about what can we do to allow people to create a piece of art while they come to the table. Not obviously something lengthy like a painting, but you know, something that we could give examples of and that people could, you know, also be creative, even if we just gear it towards youth, to just get people thinking and allow them to interact with the table and talk about other projects.
No, I totally agree. I think it has to be an interactive thing, right? You want to have a conversation about it. And I also think a part of it could be like, do you know an artist in Revere? Like, do we have a list of any like residential artist in Revere that lives in our community? I don't think we do. I know, Brian, you probably do.
I'm sorry, but I've lived this life for 40 plus years. I'm into it. I have information that got updated by Jeff Turco and Jessica. Thank them both very much. That tells what's going on in our district, Suffolk-wise, about how many places there are that I'm getting ready to share because I had to go through it to update it to do the presentation. I just don't have enough time in the day to do it. But there's a lot of individuals out there, and there's a lot of individuals that want to participate in what we're doing. We need to think a little more local. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I'm going to move on to the next item on the agenda. Zach Zaha will speak about the memorial that we've been talking about for the last couple of meetings. He hasn't gotten the chance to get on and speak, but he would like to speak tonight. So he's on the panelist. Zach, can you hear me?
Can we promote him? I think he needs to be promoted.
Yes, I just promoted him. Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach. You're on mute.
He's muted.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Zach. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Good. I'm Joanne. I'm the one who you talk to.
Hi. Nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah. Okay, so can you tell us about what you would like to do for a memorial?
So essentially, we all grew up, playing at Lincoln Park. We all played basketball there. Yassine was always there. We were always there. That was just, that was kind of our spot growing up. And as you guys know, unfortunately, he was shot, and we thought it'd be nice to have a memorial for him on the Lincoln Wall, right by the basketball court, that big brick wall. And basically, we wanted to have that wall, we planned around the kids being there, So the whole point of that wall would to be, to convey the fight against gun violence, and, we wanted everyone to, put their piece into it. Obviously, it's going to be appropriate. It's not going to be, a painting of anybody's face or anything like that. We have a picture of Yassine actually shooting a basketball, and we thought it'd be cool to redesign, as a painting, redesign the half court with just like black figures of him shooting the ball, and around that, try to, we want to get in contact with artists just to, so they can give us their ideas and basically try to relate that picture to the stop on gun violence, you know? And that was the whole idea. We're having a bench placed there as well. Thankfully that's pretty much all set. We're just waiting on the bench to come in. And where the bench is would actually, give a really nice view of the mural, So I think that it would all come together really well. And we'd really love it if it was possible.
Well, I love the idea. I do love the idea. The only thing is, it's, I don't think it's our place as a commission to grant you this, the permission, because
Right.
it's on school property. And I think
Right.
what you have to do is reach out to Dr. Kelly and talk to her about it. I think what you should do is you talk about this beautiful picture that you have. And I think what you should do is you should draw it.
Yeah.
What you plan on what you plan on putting in a tennis court that's, it's not abrasive, it's just, silhouette shooting
Right.
Different baskets in different forms.
Exactly.
So, I would reach out to Dr. Kelly. I think, she's the person you have to get the permission from. We can't give you permission to go on school property and do this.
Yeah.
But I think your idea is great. You're not showing guns. You're not showing a face.
No.
You're just showing a silhouette shooting different ways and, shooting baskets.
Exactly.
So,
very, very, kid friendly. It wouldn't be of anything that, like a parent would look at and be like, why is that up there?
Right. And I think that was her biggest concern. She doesn't want to set a negative, presence to the children. So, but I would just talk to her and I would show her. I would go in, with everything that you have, a drawing, and just show her what your idea is.
Yeah, exactly. So that I'm in contact with a couple of artists right now. I am gonna sit down with one and actually come up with an idea so I can have something to present.
Yep.
As far as the permission goes, how do I get in contact with Dr. Kelly and
Well, I can definitely send you this. What you do is you call the superintendent's office and you tell her who you are, because I think she already knows who you are. And then you tell the secretary that you would like to speak to her about a mural that you want to plan in the Lincoln School basketball court. Yeah. And just leave your number and I'm sure she'll get in touch with you. She's always good in getting back with to people. So,
to be honest with you, though, throughout this whole process, nobody has gotten back to me easily. I had to fight very hard just to get a meeting with the mayor. And that was a year after the mayor supposedly promised us all these things, so I'd really like it if I could actually get in contact with her, because, I'm kind of tired of being put on a wait list and given empty promises,
Well, we just got this it was probably about a month ago, and there was a lot of miscommunication. No one knew who to reach out, who the person was to reach out to you. So, and then I finally did it because Elle was saying you need to reach out to Zach. So that's why I reached out to you yesterday or the day before. But
right.
I'm sorry, Zach. What were you going to say?
Yeah, well, while I appreciate you reaching out to me, I don't think that it was a matter of no one being able to get in contact with me, because Mayor Arrigo himself had my personal phone number, my email, everything. He knew exactly who I was. I did not leave out any information. It's not like I didn't send multiple emails. I was definitely ignored, and I understand that you guys are busy, but for, you know, us in the community, it's actually a priority. So,
Right. I get
you know,
that. And all I want to say is that we just got this information that you wanted to present 2 meetings ago. I had no idea that this was going on and that
Right,
you
right.
wanted to. So,
for sure.
and-
I'm not blaming you guys whatsoever.
I'm just saying, that's the way, like, I had no idea that this, you know, you wanted to
Yeah.
do this. So,
Yeah,
but
that's because I didn't know who to get in contact to, because I was expecting maybe Arrigo to help me with that information, but I was completely ignored. And, you know,
Okay,
like
well,
it's been literally a year just chasing this down. Regardless of the point, I would just like to get into contact with whoever can actually give me permission. Like,
well, I can send you, I have your email address now, so I can send you her information and how to get in touch with her. And I could send you the phone number and everything. But we
Okay.
have to move on because we have a 7 o'clock deadline. So,
yep, sounds good.
but thank you for coming on. And I'm sorry that you had to wait so long. And but at least it's you know, it's starting to move forward. So.
Okay. Well, I just, you know, like I said, I just hope that we can actually get things done this time. That's all.
Thank
Okay.
you, Zach. And
Thank
our
you.
condolences to your Seams family. Thank you.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, sir.
Alrighty, now. Well, I appreciate everybody's time, and I hope to talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thanks,
You
Zach.
will. You will.
Alrighty. Okay, now. Have a good one. See ya.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number 9. Anybody want to say anything? We got about 5 minutes, so.
What's the number 9, Joanne?
Oh, I'm sorry. Open time for attendees. I'm so sorry.
I did just email everyone a link to the website and the information from Beverly Community, what's it called? They're called Beverly Main Streets. That's their website. I sent you the actual link about the fish project, but also I would love for everyone in this team to just look at this website. It has artists listed in the community. So if you're as a resident need an artist for a project, it's linked to
that's excellent.
bio. It has sponsors. It has events listed throughout the year that's happening in the community. So as an outreach point. So I just really find this website really informative. So that's all I want to say. If you guys have time this week to check it out, and maybe we can kind of use this as a template for our work as well.
Okay.
Naomi, how's that logo going?
Have some drafts to show you all.
Excellent. Excellent.
Can you hold them up?
Come on.
I have them digitally. I was going to share.
Okay, great. Can you share them?
Let me see.
Elle, can you give her a hand? Elle, she needs to share. Thank you.
She's all set and she is able to share.
Can you see
Excellent.
No,
now?
not yet. Oh,
There we are. Okay, so I'm going to start right here. I did not draw this one. This is just the
Ooh, it looks like Brandenburg Gate. How cool.
Okay, so this is the Revere logo. I did not make this one. It's just you need context for the one that I did make. So this is the logo for like the city of Revere. So for the Revere Public Art Commission, I thought it would be cute instead of like him riding the horse. Like,
oh, I love that.
nice. Yeah, this is a version that I like hand drew, and then I have like a kind of like a photoshopped version of the other one, which kind of matches the style of that one more.
Is that the lighthouse?
Yeah, it's the lighthouse.
All right, stylized. Very cool.
Yeah, I just photoshopped this one from the original logo, but I actually drew this one. I just thought it would be good to have like 2 side-by-side versions.
Of course.
Actually, I like that one the best.
This one?
Yeah.
Hooray!
Is there significance with the stars and the moon?
I'm not really sure. I just knew
You better make something up.
Ah,
I thought it was part of the original one, and I didn't want to take it out, so I
Oh,
thought
cool. We should figure that out. Get a hold of Bob Upton at the Historic Society.
yeah, definitely.
Let's
Definitely.
find out what those stars and moons mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks great, Naomi. I love it. What's the one in the top right that it looks like, Roman gates?
Okay. So
The bottom of them is really cool. What did you do there?
this is City Hall, so that's a picture
Yeah,
of City
Very, very cool.
Like with like pencils and art.
I love the end.
That's killer. I
Yeah,
vote that
I like
one.
that too. I like that too.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if it was like you won't be able to tell at City Hall because you know.
It doesn't matter. We're the Revere Public Arts, not City Hall, and that shows it. Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
I like that one. That one's really, they're both really creative, Naomi.
I think so too. Great
Only
job.
suggestion is bring down the pencil, not the pencil. Is it a stilo, a pen on the far right?
Yeah, like the marker.
Yeah, bring it down so that they're all level.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
That is cool. How creative.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. You need to share that with everybody so I can post it everywhere on social media.
Okay, I will share the Google folder. But yeah, other than that, is there any other ideas or like things that you maybe wanted to put in a logo or like try out? Like I thought of like a few like ones where it's just like paintbrush painting the name, but I thought that would be like too generic. But I don't know if like people would want like something that like would put on like I don't know like
Spirit.
top or something. I don't like a
I love the painting the horse. I just think that is just super creative.
Wait,
It's such a twist on it.
Can we come up with a couple more and then we can decide next week?
yeah.
Because we do have another meeting next week, so a couple more with that, do you have time to do that?
No, I can totally do it. Yeah, I can.
Okay. I mean, I like both of them. I really do. So,
Maybe we can use two. Maybe we don't have to pick one. Maybe
Why
we can
not?
use different things for
We can use as
different
many as
events.
we want.
I know, that's true.
You know, maybe we
Do
pick
whatever we
3 or
want.
4, and then we can use them for different events. We use different things.
And then
Because
one
I
gets
like both of
archived,
them. It would be hard to choose.
I like both of them. So, go ahead, Brian.
one gets archived that's always associated with Naomi because we're going to have a new individual coming in the next year, and maybe they develop something that's new. And then it's somewhere in Revere High's special place of special people that they show off on. Naomi's for the arts is put there. Because what did Dr. Kelly say last week about?
Yep.
Yes. And then you're immortalized. So when your 50th anniversary comes up, right, Joanne? 2 years, you can go back and say, yeah, but I did this. Those were great. Both of them. Wonderful. I look forward to anything you come up with. Seriously. And what we can do, Kirsten, is we can take and Photoshop in the stairs and have the colors in there underneath them when we want to do that for the next project where the stairs get done again.
Yeah, I can do that. I can just add the stairs to it. I'll make.
No. This will be just for. Person came up with a great idea. Rainbow. Maybe the next flag we hang, that flag gets put there, or whatever it is, and it's always added in, and it becomes part of our culture of who we are as artistic makers in the city of Revere, doing stuff that's artistic. The more we make, the better we be. Plain and simple. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naomi. Thank you very much. Very clever. Our next event, our next item is events. So I'm gonna put events in there at our agenda. And did everybody get the revised agenda? Because the first one was, I did it. Did you, Brian?
What, tonight?
Yeah.
I sent it out again.
Yeah, that was the
before
wrong one
meeting.
now. That was the wrong one.
I attached it to the meeting invite that had the guest speaker.
Oh, I don't know. I saw the one that you sent, the recent one, and it was the wrong agenda. It wasn't the revised agenda. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you sent
That's all
2
right.
today.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. I might
That's
have
all
grabbed
right.
the wrong one.
So
I did see the one with Zach.
yeah, oh, good. Okay, great.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'll cut that out.
okay, so I did talk about Parks and Recreation and having a street chalk event Sunday. I'm going to say it again, August 22nd, Rumney Marsh School from 10 to 1. Okay. Anybody else have any events that you want
Joanne,
to?
is that going going to be at the school itself in the front?
I suppose so. That's what he gave me. So I'm sure. I'm sure if you go to the Rumney Marsh, you'll see all the people. And
There should be somebody that shows up from I think our strongest piece of anything we show right now is us. It's us coming there. We all got phones. We all got iPads. This is what we're doing. Hey, welcome. Come on. Come part of it. Let's start and talk about the next meeting, a Facebook page for us.
oh, that's a good idea.
Where we get people to interact with us. Let's talk about an Instagram page for us. Let's get into the social media world, which is the quickest and fastest interaction with our community that we can do right now, rather than waiting to get it approved, waiting to do that. We can approve by all sending something out. Yes, that looks correct. And proceed there, and people can interact with us live. And it can be across the board from 5 years old to 95 years old. Nothing wrong with anyone over 95, but everybody.
Okay, good ideas. Really good ideas, especially Facebook and Instagram. That's great.
They're big ones. We don't.
Yeah, they are
Twitter.
big ones.
It's all
Right.
instant. These are more go look at. Even Pinterest, people still have that go to look at images.
Right. Right. Okay, good ideas, Brian. Good ideas. Anybody else have any events they want to share? No?
I don't have any events, but I did want to just give a shout out to Erin's website. I've had another look at it, and her sculptures are really beautiful. So if anybody on the committee hasn't had an opportunity, or anybody's watching this, Erin, if you could just tell them your website, and I would just encourage everyone to have a look. And I posted my photo tonight is one of my favorite sculptures that I've seen was at National Harbor. I don't know if anybody's been there. It's just from, we took the boat over from Virginia into National Harbor, and they have this giant Ferris wheel, and they have this huge sculpture that comes out of the sand, and it's so cool. And I would love to see something like a sculpture in the sand in Revere Beach. So I'm just throwing that your way, Erin, to see if you have any thoughts. We can make something like that happen.
It's actually so funny because I had mentioned to you a while ago that I had an idea for a sculpture for Revere Beach, and it's not like this, but it's definitely coming out of the ground, and I think it would be awesome for Ocean Ave. So it's really funny that you would say that, because I think Revere Beach in particular, it's the perfect space because for a large scale, because you can view from all around, and it makes a lot of sense. So I love the idea.
It's so cool.
Like that.
It's so cool because everyone played, with all the kids that were there were playing on it, climbing on it. I don't necessarily mean it has to look like this, but just the concept of having something coming out of the sand, that it doubles as, a playful structure as well as art. So anyway, I just wanted to throw it out there. So I thought I would up on the screen, so we'll have to have a look at it.
Great idea, El. El, did you climb up on the giraffe?
I didn't. No, that's a hand. The one to the left, that's the hand. It's the whole body. So it's like
How
a hand,
cool.
a face,
that's
and a knee.
It does look like a giraffe. Yep.
Yeah, there's actually a giant foot with like a big toe that you can climb up on. It's really,
Wow.
it's very cool.
Post some other pictures.
So anyway,
I got to back
Erin, I'm
El
throwing
on
that
it.
your way.
I got to back El on Erin's website. I said that the first time Brian showed me that. Erin is world class in what she does. We should be very proud to have someone like this in our community that is a local artist, plain and simple.
Big head, Erin.
Erin, seriously, your stuff is amazing.
I have to go on. I haven't seen it. But I just
please. And I want one last thing. Facebook, Revere Art Community, close to 100 people have joined up onto that. Come join it. Those of you out there in TV land, come join it. Be part of fun and help us grow our community.
Yes, I agree with that. And maybe we can come up with a name for Instagram that we want to use next week and try to find the right handle that's going to be the right messaging. I do want to put on everyone's radar 2 rec events. My husband is assistant director at Parks and Rec. So on the 26th of September is a Touch the Machine event that we could be at. And then on October 16th is Fright Night. So
where is Touch the
Where's that
Machine?
held, Kirsten?
I'm sorry, Brian?
Where is that being held?
I think they're both at RMA or they either RMA or Wayland. So I can double check that for next week.
Okay. All right. Can you send me those so I can put them on the next agenda?
Sure.
Thank you. Another thing, I know it's 7:00, but we started late, so I'm going to give it 8 more minutes. But I just wanted to say that Elle had a great idea and maybe something along the line, Erin, in the future. But Shirley Ave was known as the shoe, part of the city. And I used to go and get my platform shoes when I was dancing with disco. So maybe we could do a pair of shoes on Shirley Ave, pair of platform shoes on Shirley Ave as a sculpture.
Joanne, please.
So I thought that was a great idea. Anyway,
My dad kept a pair of platform shoes I had.
loves them.
20 years later, he held them up, and I had bought them at Armadillo's on Newbury Street, worth a fortune. And he goes, "You used to wear these things," and
Well,
I
they're
wanted
back.
them. He
They're
would
in
not.
style now.
He would
Again,
not give them back to me.
so they're in style, and I love them. So that's something for the future, Erin. Hi.
And no, that's a really cool idea. And based off of what Kirsten was saying earlier with the fish painted, maybe that's something we could do with shoes, for example. Like, it gave me the idea. They did around Boston a little while ago, those giant cows, and the different companies would kind of sponsor
them. Right.
Yeah, we could do something with shoes, for example, just an idea, blow them up and have them designed by different, that could be something that could be really fun.
That would be fun and cool.
That'd be cool.
Definitely. Okay, moving on. Anybody else? Okay,
The
moving on.
pop-up parks we talked the last time. We should start looking at that.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Every city councilor I've talked about came up with an idea in their community about doing something with it. Oh, we could do it here. We could do it there. There's positive reaction to that. It's city-owned land. It can be a diversity of different types of art pieces, from paintings to digital images to sculpts to land sculpting. There's a lot of opportunities.
Okay, we can talk about that on our next agenda, Brian, definitely. Maybe we could start one, come up with some sort of idea on Shirley Ave or Beechmont or wherever.
Let's discover our own Banksy, right, Naomi?
All right, number 11 is, I'm just announcing the next Zoom meetings. It's August 24th at 6:00. September 7th at 6:00, September 14th at 6:00. Is everybody okay with those dates?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Good work.
Okay.
Please feel free to carry on. I may not be able to attend the September 14th meeting.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're going to be the only one and everybody else is good, then we'll continue with that. We'll do that. All right. And
Dates
what?
one more time. Sorry.
So it's the 24th of August, the 7th of August, September, I'm sorry. And then the September 14th. Is that all right with everybody? Kirsten, is that all right with you? Great. I know you have a busy schedule coming up. That's why I'm just asking. And that's it for the meeting. That concludes the 7:00 meeting for tonight. Thank you all for being here, and a lot of great ideas, a lot of beautiful logos, couple of events, a couple of great ideas, and thank you all. Good meeting.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night.
Bye, Ray.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You're so cute.